Hello and welcome to FYI Weekly, your official source for the latest news and information from the city of Greensboro. The city of Greensboro is shifting its focus of the tornado response to long-term recovery efforts. The city is still attempting to contact all former occupants of homes that were either destroyed or suffered major damage during the tornado. We're also awaiting decisions from state and federal agencies for financial support who surveyed the areas following the storm. Financial assistance may be available through the Greensboro Housing Coalition to help residents secure housing. Impacted residents are encouraged to call the coalition or the city's neighborhood development department. The coalition may also connect families in need with the Red Cross for financial assistance if available. All homeowners who have been displaced from their homes should contact the Red Cross to determine if they qualify for disaster relief funds. The Red Cross will be available at its Greensboro office located at 1501 Yanceyville Street. Visit the city's Storm Recovery Resources webpage for a list of community locations where residents can pick up donated food and supplies. The city of Greensboro is offering recommendations for how to demolish a single-family home if it was destroyed by the tornado. These recommendations do not apply to commercial structures. State law requires all homes be tested for asbestos prior to demolition. If asbestos is found, a licensed asbestos abatement firm must remove it. Once the house is free of asbestos, homeowners should get at least 2 or 3 bids from experienced and insured demolition contractors. A demolition permit must be obtained from the city's Development Services Division. That office is located at 300 West Washington Street. A copy of an asbestos report verifying the house either did not have asbestos or that the asbestos has been removed is required in order to obtain a permit. Once the house has been demolished, all debris must be removed and hauled to an approved construction and demolition landfill. Do not place piles of demolition debris at the curb. The city does not pick up demolition debris. Most demolition contractors are able to make this a smooth process as they can coordinate the asbestos testing and removal as well as the demolition process and cleanup. For a list of area asbestos testing and abatement firms, contact the Health Hazards Control Unit with the North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services. A list of reputable local demolition contractors can be found through the Better Business Bureau. Congratulations are in order for Steve Drew, Director of the Water Resources Department. He has been appointed as Interim Assistant City Manager. Drew will continue to oversee water resources along with the departments for field operations, engineering and inspections, planning, transportation, fire, and Guilford Metro 911. Drew began his career with the city's water department in 1979 as a plant mechanic and electronics technician. 10 years later, he was named Plant Superintendent of Maintenance and Operations and then Water Supply Division Manager in 2001. In 2010, Drew became Operations Division Manager, followed by Department Director. Steve Drew is temporarily filling David Parrish's previous role as he serves as Interim City Manager following the April 27th retirement of City Manager Jim Westmoreland. In an effort to help our employees and residents improve their quality of life, the city has partnered with Cone Health for a series of brief and informative videos designed to inspire you to make better choices when it comes to healthy living. Let's check in with our friends at Cone Health for today's news for your health.
Probably 1 in 3 Americans, or 70 million people, has hypertension. And up to 50% of those patients are either not treated or undertreated. 1 in 5 may not even know they have the diagnosis. I'm Dr. Jay Cochrane. I'm a cardiologist. I'm the chief of the Cone Health Cardiovascular Service Line and Cone Health Medical Group Heart Care. Hypertension really is known as the silent killer, and it's because it doesn't cause a lot of symptoms. You really have to get a blood pressure check. The nice thing about that is getting a blood pressure check and getting screened for hypertension is probably one of the easiest things we do. I mean, you can get a blood pressure checked at any primary care office, at any appointment with just about any provider, at the community health fair. So what is a normal blood pressure? Well, typically we treat people for hypertension when the blood pressure is 140/90. Although it's a little bit different what we consider normal based on your age. and based on whether you have other conditions such as diabetes. We would begin to treat blood pressure at that level, 140 over 90, typically. What is normal might be more like 120 over 80. And in between is what we call prehypertension, where we begin to pay attention to the risk factors. Patients don't know that they have hypertension because, one, they may not see a doctor, or two, they may have been told they had high blood pressure at some point in time, but they really didn't pay much attention to it. We see those patients later on when they present with some of the problems that occur with untreated hypertension. We'd like to get to them long before that point. The problems they present with might be heart failure, kidney failure, or even strokes. And all of that is potentially treatable, preventable if they get diagnosis and treatment early. So the question is, how can we prevent or treat hypertension? At times, your physician may diagnose you with hypertension, and you may need medical management from the beginning. But in all situations, your provider should also be suggesting therapeutic lifestyle changes, or what I like to call TLC. I think the bottom line is that we need to reduce our salt intake, we need to reduce our sugar intake, we should be going for more complex carbohydrates, and for trying to avoid the foods that turn quickly into sugars. And I often tell people that's the white breads and the white rices and the white potatoes. And what's really, really important about weight loss and hypertension is that it doesn't take a lot, that we can see reduction in blood pressure from 5 to 10 pounds. And sometimes the reward for losing weight is you actually get to come down or even off of your medications. We should limit our alcohol intake. There's great discussion about the potential merits of something like red wine. The bottom line is that too much daily alcohol consumption is unhealthy for a number of reasons, and one of those is it can lead to difficult to control hypertension. It is a problem. It is a difficult addiction for a lot of people, and it is something that people should concentrate on and try to find help. Talk with your doctor about the best methods, the best resources for stopping smoking. Another therapeutic lifestyle change that's important and that's recommended for blood pressure control is to increase your activity level. And that's critical for so many different health problems. We don't exercise enough as a country. It's estimated that only about or less than 25% of adults get the recommended amount of physical exercise on a weekly basis. We should get about 150 minutes a week of a moderate level of exercise. And a moderate level of exercise is something that makes you a little flushed or a little short of breath, but not something that is so physically exerting that A, you're not enjoying it, or B, you can't do it the next day. For instance, I tell patients if you're walking with somebody, you should be walking at a brisk enough pace that you wouldn't have enough breath to sing, but you would be able to carry on a conversation. This is Dr. Jake Hochrein. Thank you for letting me join you today. I hope this information was helpful. Cone Health is committed to your wellness. For more information, please go to conehealth.com/heart.
The weather is warming up, which makes it ideal to celebrate Bike Month. We'll have that story and more news coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. Greensboro Parks and Recreation will host the second Plan to Play community conversation on Thursday, May 17th from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. The meeting will take place at the Simpkins Indoor Sports Pavilion at Barber Park, located at 1500 Dans Road. This is a floating session, therefore residents may stop by at any time. Plan to Play is Parks and Recreation's 2038 master plan, mapping out community recreation for the next 20 years. The community conversation will allow the consultant agency Landscape Plus Planning to showcase concepts of what the department could look like in the future. Residents will also have an opportunity to share ideas about parks and recreation. Public participation is an important part of Plan to Play. Residents who cannot attend the conversation on May 17th are encouraged to take the online survey to identify preferred park amenities. As an incentive, one survey participant will win 4 admission tickets to the Greensboro Science Center. For more information about Plan to Play or for more opportunities to participate, visit the city's website. As the city strives to reach its goal of installing 75 miles of bike lanes within the next 4 years, Bike Month is a central part of the effort to grow awareness of all the benefits of bicycling, including greater health and well-being, economic savings, reduced pollution and congestion, and increased mobility options. The City of Greensboro is celebrating Bike Month with a series of special events and rides. Get the kids off the school bus for Bike to School Day on Wednesday, May 9th. 4th graders at Pierce Elementary will participate in a bike rodeo on Thursday, May 10th. They will be taught bicycle safety and handling skills throughout hands-on activities. Bike to Work Week is taking place May 14th through 18th, but if you can't commit to the entire week, Bike to Work Day is on Friday, May 18th. For a complete list of Bike Month events, please visit the city's website. The Greensboro Youth Council will offer Service Learning Camp in June and July for teens ages 15 to 18. The June session is from the 18th through the 29th and will focus on food insecurity. The July session is from the 9th through the 20th and will focus on diversity and inclusion. The first week of each session is the learning component of camp, and the second week expands the learning through service in the community. Participants earn more than 50 hours of service at each session. The cost for each session is $40, which includes a t-shirt and snacks, but lunch is not provided. Participants can register for one or both sessions, and only 10 teens will be accepted per learning camp. Registration forms are available online, or for more information, call 336-373-4351. In an effort to spotlight and celebrate the entrepreneurs, the artists, the community builders, and essentially the next generation of leaders, the City of Greensboro is proud to partner with Action Greensboro to introduce our Made in Greensboro series. This day, we place the spotlight on the founders of Natty Greens. Natty Greens, the patriarch of Greensboro craft beer, is now as much a part of the fabric of Greensboro as its namesake, Nathaniel Green. But did you know the idea of Natty Greens first began brewing at UNCG in 1988 when Chris Lester, fraternity president, knocked on Kane Fisher's door to encourage him to join the fraternity? Chris and Kane became fast friends, then roommates, and eventually co-workers. While working at a beer distributor, they began to appreciate micro beers, and their thoughts quickly turned to opening a bar of their own one day. Kane says, "We first opened the Old Town Draught House on Spring Garden Street because we wanted to learn more and help educate our customers on the great American micro beers that were just starting." The pair went on to also open the Tap Room in Greensboro and First Street in Winston-Salem. On August 1st, 2004, Natty Greens opened its doors in downtown Greensboro. In 2005, the Grasshoppers asked Natty Greens to provide beer at the concessions. Anticipating selling a few kegs during a typical home stand, the Grasshoppers went through 42 kegs that first weekend. Since then, Natty Greens has seen its brand expand. It's now sold throughout North Carolina, Virginia, and South Carolina. To learn more about Made in Greensboro or to see more images taken by photographers Jerry Walford and Scott Mothersbaugh, visit the Action Greensboro website at madeingso.com. The ability to have access to quality health care is now more convenient for residents in East Greensboro. This is thanks to a collaborative approach taken by Cone Health. We'll have the details coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. Cone Health's commitment to our community is evident through the services provided on a daily basis. This is now being realized by residents of East Greensboro who can take advantage of medical services available in their neighborhood. Joining me now to tell us about the quality care offered by the Renaissance Family Medicine Center is Dr. Olu Jegede. He is the medical director for the Family Medicine Center, as well as other Cone Health practices that fall under the Community Care Division. Hello, Dr. Jegede. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. We're so excited about the clinic opening, and this is a really great opportunity in East Greensboro. What are some of the services offered at Renaissance Family Medicine Center, and are there plans to offer additional services in the future?
Yeah, so right now the Renaissance Family Medicine is an extension of the Community Health and Wellness Center that we have on Cone campus. We provide the same services pretty much, but now to a specific population around the northeast of Greensboro. So we have the preventive care, which will be the routine visits and immunizations and health screening. We also provide management for chronic medical diseases like diabetes and hypertension, asthma. We provide referral services to multiple specialists, and then we also do coordination of care across the continuum for our patients. This Renaissance is actually a unique place because it's very close to the people we want to serve, and also it's unique because we can refer them to other areas within, which is buying healthy food from the grocery store, going to the library, and there's actually a gym on site which promote our physical activity that we preach to our patients.
Okay, so that falls under disease prevention and wellness. What kinds of things are you trying to impose and teach these folks as they come in for care?
Basically, we approach this in two different ways. One is the modifiable health risk factors, which we call part of the social determinants of health. So we teach, or we actually educate people about smoking cessation and also being very physically active, and, instead of being sedentary, because we know these are the factors that modify your health outcome. So if you are physically active and you, maybe those who smoke, cease smoking, they can actually have a better outcome.
Okay, and we definitely want folks to, whether you live in East Greensboro or not, to know that you've got to exercise, you have to eat right, and really be proactive in how healthy you are. What are some of the barriers that you think some of the residents in East Greensboro face when it comes to medical care?
Yeah, so there are so many barriers to health generally, but with Northeast Greensboro, the reason we are there, and that is one of the promises of Cone Health to the community, is that we are right here with you. So we went there at Northeast Greensboro to actually put the clinic there to solve two of the barriers that they have, which is convenience and cost. So the convenience is, people can actually walk to their clinic and see their provider. And also appointment is, very seamless. You can walk in to see your provider and have all the services that we provide. The other thing is cost. This clinic is provided for patients who are vulnerable. Most of them are uninsured or underinsured. Underinsured would be like Medicare, Medicaid, and all that. So these patients they have access to care regardless of their ability to pay. And I think that is terrific.
That's phenomenal. You mentioned earlier what makes the Medicine Center unique. So tell me, beyond the unique value of where you're located, what are some of the other benefits of having the center within East Greensboro?
So the other unique advantage that I think the patients will benefit from is the fact that some people have no choice. They still have to go to the emergency room. And after visiting or being admitted to the hospital, they need to follow up with a primary care physician. And you can imagine if the health access is far and they can't really, like if it's far from where they live, it's very difficult, just came from the hospital, going to these other services like follow-up from the hospital is very difficult, but having it right there with these patients, it's easier for them to come in for hospital follow-up or for ED visit follow-up.
Wonderful. Well, Dr. Jegede, we appreciate you coming in. I know you're very busy. You have so many areas that you're working to help those not only in East Greensboro but throughout our city. And we look forward to learning more as you expand your services. So we hope that you'll come back and give us updates.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's nice being here.
For those of you who continue doing post-tornado cleanup, we'll have the latest solid waste collection details coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back. One way to stay informed about what's happening in the city is by attending or tuning in to City Council meetings. The Greensboro City Council meetings are open to the public, but if you can't attend, we broadcast the meetings live right here on GTN, and we stream the meetings live on the city's website. Council meetings take place at 5:30 p.m. on the first and third Tuesdays of the month on Level 2 of the Melvin Municipal Office Building located at 300 West Washington Street. The first meeting of the month includes public comments, special presentations, and consent items. Meetings on the third Tuesday of the month focus on public hearings and city business. The fourth Tuesday is reserved for a meeting as needed. To review the council meeting schedule and agendas, please visit the city's website. Normal yard waste preparation rules are back in effect for all households with Thursday and Friday collection days unless the property was affected by the tornado on April 15th. Residents in the tornado zone are asked to keep placing yard waste and construction debris at the curb in separate piles for field operations crews. For residents whose property did not sustain tornado damage, you're asked to go back to bagging and bundling yard waste under the regular rules. This will help crews access storm debris faster. Residents may bring yard waste or construction debris directly to the White Street landfill. In addition to its normal Monday through Friday hours of 7:50 a.m. to 4:50 p.m., it will be open on Saturdays from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. until further notice. Fees will be waived for residents affected by the tornado with prior authorization. Residents or haulers must call 336-373-7658 for approval before arriving at the landfill. Please provide the property owner's name and address and the approximate number of loads. Coming up after the break, we'll showcase our department spotlight, but first prepare to mark your calendar for all the events happening this week on the town.
Hey, this is Jody. This week we want to thank all the moms out there. Thank you for all that you do. Bring your mom or the special lady in your life to see Wonder Woman on Friday night as UNCG presents Spartan Cinema at LeBauer Park. This is part of a free summer movie series sponsored by UNCG. Bring a blanket or lawn chair and relax on the great lawn. The movie starts at dusk around 8 p.m. and there is food and drinks available for purchase at the nearby kiosks. Check out the LeBauer Park Facebook page for a complete list of summertime events. Moms, do you need a break? Encourage your teenager to attend the SNL Summer Sneak Peek to get a preview of what Summer Night Lights has to offer for 2018. The event will be on Friday from 7 to 11 p.m. at the Greensboro Sportsplex. Greensboro teens ages 13 to 18 are invited to attend and enjoy a DJ, food, and games. This is a great way for teens to find out about volunteer opportunities, summer programs, and activities presented by community partners, and ways to engage in the community during the summer. For more information, go to greensboro-nc.gov/SNL. Also happening Mother's Day weekend is the 7th annual North Carolina statewide juried pastel exhibition art show taking place at the Art Shop in Greensboro. Pastel artists from all over the state will be exhibiting their pastel paintings from Friday, May 11th through June 12th. All 3 North Carolina pastel societies have collaborated on this event. If your mom is a fan of pastel art, this is the place to be. For more information, go to exploregreensboro.com. Why not treat mom to delicious strawberry pancakes? This Saturday, head over to the Farmers Curb Market for the Strawberry Pancake and Celebration Day from 8 to 11:30 a.m. This event will be served outside on the market lawn. Guest chef Alex Amorosa of Cheesecakes by Alex will prepare his famously light and fluffy pancakes made with local ingredients, farm fresh eggs, and topped with strawberries from local farms. Patrons can also enjoy live music on the market lawn during the event. Visit gsofarmersmarket.org for more details, including information on midweek market. Dads, give Mom a well-deserved break from it all on Mother's Day this Sunday and take the kids to the Greensboro Children's Museum. Sundays are half-price admission. Come in from 1 to 5 p.m. any Sunday and receive $4 admission per person. For more information on the Children's Museum and upcoming events, visit gcmuseum.com. Keep watching FYI Weekly right here on GTN and have a happy Mother's Day.
Welcome back. The City of Greensboro has 22 departments and several divisions committed to serving you, our residents and visitors. Let's go behind the scenes in our department spotlight. This week we place the spotlight on Arts Greensboro, which is a catalyst for innovation to build recognition and support for arts education while celebrating the diversity of Greensboro and generating economic impact through excellent arts programming. Through its annual community-wide campaign for the arts, Arts Greensboro is driving the health and vitality of our community by supporting grant programs, the 17 Days Arts and Culture Festival, and other opportunities such as the North Carolina Folk Fest and the Van Dyke Performance Space. Arts Greensboro, in partnership with Guilford County Schools, is accepting nominations for the 2018 Arts Education Teacher of the Year Award until Monday, May 14th. The award, established in 2006, recognizes an outstanding arts educator in the Guilford County school system. The award will be presented at the school board meeting on June 5th. It includes a cash prize of $1,000 to support professional development. In order to be eligible for the Arts Education Teacher of the Year Award, the nominee must be employed by Guilford County Schools in a primary role as an arts educator, one who teaches the visual or performing arts, including drama, music, and dance. On the other side of the break is this week's Way to Go GSO Shoutout. Stay with us. As we draw to a close, we always want to end on a positive note with our Way to Go GSO Shoutout. This week's shout-out goes to a group of foreign exchange students visiting Greensboro from Senegal. They spent the last 2 weeks of an 8-week broadcast media project called Blueprints on Air, working with students at Hunter Elementary School in Greensboro. The program introduces 4th and 5th graders to basic skills in radio broadcasting and the ecological study of the Earth's atmosphere, which includes a podcast about the human impact on the ecological footprint and the quality and condition of our air. Partners on this project include Scrap Metal Entertainment Group, WQMG 97.1 FM, and the City of Greensboro Parks and Recreation Department. That concludes this edition of FYI Weekly, but you can easily stay connected to the latest city news by linking to us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. For all of us here at the City of Greensboro, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.